Why, hello there. Welcome back to the Shadowlands Redemption. This is gonna be episode 1. We did a little episode 0 intro. Now, it's definitely not day 1 or anything like that. This is not my house. But, yeah, we're gonna do some stuff today. Got some plans for a farm. Gonna build up a farm today. Gotta do some resource gathering, of course. Always. And, let's check out what we've done so far. We're over at the industrial district, and down here is one of the other projects we're gonna have. This is gonna be the entrance to the storage facility. Currently, we have our wool farm set up and running. We've got all the colors pumping out. Also green dye here at the end. There's only 38 because I haven't put any fuel in the furnace. There's a bunch of cactuses ready to be burned. I just need some fuel. So that's that area there. And if we come up over here, we can kind of see a bit more here. This used to be a village expanded out into this area, but I've taken it out. That's why these are floating. They were inside of a village house. There's a little villager zombie in here I've been saving. We've got other live villagers too, so not too crazy if he ends up disappearing on us. Yeah, the village kind of sprawls out. There were 2 houses over there too, but I took those out. So now it's just kind of like these right here. Eventually I'm going to take it all down and repurpose it into a raid farm. If you didn't see that little outpost over there, an outpost. So we can do a little tower defense thing. I was thinking that could be cool. Set up something like that. You know, and just incorporate these industrial builds. Right here we have a little rudimentary flower farm set up here. It is not, it's just a quick one I set up because somebody wanted some white dye. Which is kind of funny, like, you know, you can, bone meal is white dye, but so is lily of the valley. And you can actually get more lily of the valleys out of a bone meal. Not always, but like out of a stack I got 4 extra, so it's not the greatest return, but it's not the worst either. Well, excuse me. Now over here, oh yes, this is the hopper clock. If you were confused, this runs this little flower farm. I'll finish explaining this here. So we've got the etho hopper clock here. We got the 32 items. We got a little off switch here. I'll throw that in there. Things are now going to happen. And, this will go off, and all I have to do is load bone meal into here. And it will bone meal as much as it can. And if there's no space for the flower to grow, it doesn't use a bone meal, so it doesn't waste anything. And then you just wait and pick it up. Like I said, it's a little bit rudimentary. A larger one would have, like a minecart pickup system or something, But yeah, that's that one. And then of course we have our wool farm over here. They're all hanging out in here. We got all the colors. I've set them up in a fashion here. We've got 2 Jeb sheep hanging out in here. I'm gonna set them up here and over there, and then have the other sheep also. Not the ones that are down here. I'm gonna have an extra sheep that up on display, kind of. I was thinking colored glass, cage them in. That'd be cool. And then you see the smoker there, yeah, a bunch of sheep. Yeah. So we've got the wool farm, but we also have a little bit of a lamb chop farm. Am I a horrible person? No, I'm a glow squid. That's right. Glow squidman. All the way. For the win. Okay, on to there. I also have put all the flowers of the colored dyes here. So, white, lily of the valley. Purple, you gotta have Red and blue. Green, of course, is a cactus. Yellow is just a dandelion. Or sunflower, but I don't have access to those at the moment, or I'd have one here. I think that's the only flower I'm missing. We got blue for blue, of course. Pink, the too tall here, and the pink tulip. And then, you know, cocoa beans for brown. Magenta, we got the too tall plant there. And then lime green is white and green, so we got those set up. Light gray has like 3 different flowers, yeah. Like, so that flower, the white tulip, even though it says it's a white tulip, it actually gives you light gray dye. The ox-eye daisy, and I forget what that one's called. But, yeah. And then the too tall rose, and the red tulip, and also a peony. I just don't have one on over here, because they're abundant, they're not hard to grab. Orange tulip. We've got white, and I was gonna put another little ink thing over here to represent that, because the darker, just regular gray, is white and black mixed. Then of course black is the ink sac there, and then light blue we have the swamp flower, and cayenne is green and blue. So we have those all set up to remind us of what the combinations are for the dyes, so we can get a farm going for all the different colors and stuff like that. I'm gonna basically do something like that, but large scale, with all the flowers hooked up, hopefully. That's not what this is over here, by the way. Over here we have our cactus farm for our green dye. I don't save any of these cactuses, they all get turned into dye. Right now they're kind of hanging out in the furnace down below, because I have not put fuel in it yet. And I don't think I will anytime soon exactly. Let's see here. Oh, okay, cool. Scooby slept. Thank you, Scooby. Delicious. Carrots. A squid eating a carrot. Who would have known? They're quite delicious, so I can't help myself. Oh, we got a party up here. Sucker, give me something. Oh, I wanted this chainmail. Okay, alright. So I think that's all the farms currently that we have set up, other than, like, it's not really a farm, you know, obviously, but yeah, we got a little lava source generator here. You grow a couple of trees and these skeletons think they can just come in and gather around. So that is, yeah, that's all the farms that I have actually finished up, kind of. Yeah, well, like, I won't say finished, I'm still working on them. Like, I plan on putting at least a couple more sheep in each of these pens, you know what I mean? And the popular colors, maybe I'll put up to 20 per pen. You know, we'll see. And then I gotta do a lot of iron gathering to fill up the shears. But for now, it's working. Oh, I didn't, this one over here, we got a little bamboo farm connected to a moss. We put the moss or whatever in here. And right now it's not connected to that. I switched it back over so I could save the bone meal, because I was doing the flower farm over here. But yeah, it's got a hopper mine cart and stuff, and it sends the bamboo over to the furnace there. Which, by the way, I realized afterwards that it doesn't. I mean, it takes 4 pieces of bamboo to smelt an item, and it doesn't wait for 4 pieces of bamboo. So this is going to be a moss farm, moss generator. Because now, in Bedrock, they changed it to like Java, where if you push moss with a piston, it breaks, which is fantastic. I love it. It wasn't like that before, and for proof of that, you can watch my other earlier videos of the Spire Seacraft. I had a massive moss generator on there, and it did not break the moss when it was pushed. I had to manually go in there and break the moss, which wasn't too bad. I mean, I had a good hoe, so it was insta-mine. Because at the time, moss wasn't insta-mine by hand, but they do have it now, insta-mining by hand. I'm gonna make a shovel real quick. Oh, I moved my crafting table. I thought it would be easier, but you gotta remember where it's at first. Let's see. Alright, here we go. And of course, to make a moss generator, you have to do a stone generator. It can't be cobblestone. Moss doesn't change cobblestone, but it does change stone, so... Essentially what we're going to be doing here is a sheet of 13 pieces of stone coming across all the way over here, so we'll have a flat sheet of 13 stone by 13, you know, and then we're going to push it upwards. And then it's going to be a piston feed tape, but not with this, because this will just be creating stone the whole time. But the stone will get pushed across here, it'll get pushed up, and it'll get pushed back over, back down, and I'm going to have a second set potentially here. Not like right here, because we have to do the lava right here, you know what I mean? So, they'll be up a level or something, but, you know, they'll be pushed back over this way. And that way we'll have a couple of layers of potential moss to spawn, and in the center, we'll have the dispenser set up, and have the bone meal coming in to set it down. And depending on the rates we get from this, we may expand it. I don't know if it'll be necessary or not. This is kind of bugging me. Let's fix this little oddity here. What was it? Oh, I grabbed some grass. Oops. Okay, 1, 2... Okay, so we're gonna have a piston pushing up here in a line. It's gonna go... Let's see, we're gonna push this one up. Boom, boom, boom. And... You know, I don't know if it would be worth it to do, like... Maybe we just do a box, right? Maybe just put pistons all the way on the floor here, and leave open a space in the middle. I don't know. We'd have to get rid of these also, some of the middle in these, maybe. Pushes, then gets pushed up. Pushes, gets pushed up. And there's a spot that's not getting pushed up. What would that look like? I think it would work. It'll be a lot of pistons, but I think we can pull it off. I think it'd be an interesting concept. Let's see here. Gotta use non-burnable material here. Okay, so at least this will have to be, you know, normal blocks so it can create the stone. And it's essentially gonna work like this here. We have our water-logged piston, and then we'll have... I guess we can use our stone. We'll have more of it soon. Well, I mean, I don't have soap touch, so not exactly, but... I don't know if lava burns wool. I've never really played with wool before this season. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, the idea is going to be like this. But yeah, see, oh yes it does. Yes it does. That's funny. But, yeah, something like that. And, obviously you have to go more like this, so that way it can actually continuously create the stone. Come over and create stone. Boom. And also continue to burn our stuff here. Okay, we get it. You're lava, you're hot. But yeah, essentially we'll be repeating that idea all the way across. Like so. A little bit of lag there. So let's map this out somewhere else. So we're gonna come up 4 blocks. That gives us headspace in between to run. Like we'll have that layer, and we can run in between here. That's what we need to, so we can set up the dispenser. So we're gonna push up, and then we're gonna push over inward. So this will be our first one. So we can actually, let's move this over to the side. 1, 2, 3. And go ahead and come back across like so. Oh. Piston downward, maybe. No, it looks like we're not gonna have enough space to go downward, so we'll just have the up and over. It won't be a feed tape, but it'll still be alright. We'll have a good amount of stone and to be able to turn into moss, hopefully. And maybe we do 2 dispensers, one facing this way, one facing that way, or something. Oh crap. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, huh? Yeah, so I think I like that idea. Now it's just gonna be a matter of getting the resources, building this thing. Shouldn't be too hard nowadays. Okay. We can replace these later. Nobody wants dirt blocks all up in their build. But let's see, we can get the idea across here. We know how much space we're gonna need. Okay. We'll probably have a line of immovable blocks. Well, actually, we won't need it because the way the blocks work, it will just be 13 max. So let's see, we're going to be pushing them up in here to that way. So the piston line will be here, I think. Yeah. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this is as far as it'll go anyway. But if anything, maybe out to here, but that's still not anything to worry about, really. So we'll have that, and then maybe somewhere. Where are we gonna do the dispensers at? Should we have 2? Maybe just 1 for now? It does infect a pretty good radius. I don't know about 13 by 13 though. I guess we can find out. Wouldn't be too hard. What is a 13 by 13 square? Here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What does that look like? It's not lined up. That's lined up. Oh, we ran out of wall. Oh, we didn't run out. We just gotta go to the storage. Oop. Alright. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Wolf arm. Let's get some more wool. Yoink. I need to light this place up. It is dark. Red wool. Grab some more of that. We're working, we're getting there. Okay. That's oops. That one is there. And this one right there. What about this one? I bet it's the same way from here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So that's our little center bit. That's where we're gonna get the best place for the dispensers. Now the layer is gonna be here, of course. Grab those up. So this is where the stone will come in. Now, that won't matter too much because I don't think anything we'll be using is gravity dependent. So let's see, now the question is, which way do we set the dispenser for maximum profit? Now, what I'm thinking is we have one facing from this way, and then on this one, this way. I think that's what we do there. Let's see. Oh, we can use the moss as a display type thing. So let's see, this way, so have the stone come, the dispenser would be here on top, so we would have the moss in front of it like so. And the same over here. Perfect, okay. So we're gonna have dispensers hooked into those, and then hoppers on top, of course, which will have bone meal being put into them, recycled into them from this exact same machine. The returns should be fantastic. So let's see. And then we're going to need pistons on top of those. So we're going to have our dispensers there. We'll have pistons here. And the pistons are required to push anything that grows on top of these off. That way you don't have to worry about anybody or any of those things. And you still get them, you know what I mean, they'll fly off. Well, we can't exactly have that though, because we said we'd have the hoppers right there. Well, I mean, we can have the hoppers next to it as well. Let's go grab some more wool. We can get this in our heads here. Wrap our heads around the design real quick before we put it all into place. Could be helpful. You never know. Can't be forgetting that. Okay, so for a dispenser, what should we use? Let's use blue. Blue wool for a dispenser. And we use lime wool for the other stuff. Alright. We're conceptualizing this season. Pretty rare. For me, anyway. I usually just go. Just build and go. Like with that bamboo farm that doesn't really work. Alright, so we've got our other colors here. Let's pop them in. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of the as dispensers. The dispensers are going to be blue. And our hoppers will be green. So dispensers, with our hoppers leading into them this way, so we can have our pistons on top here, pushing out. Alright. And then we can probably, we can go wherever we need to with those. And we're still not, can't go any higher, right? So we'll be having these guys up here too. So essentially, whenever we put our pistons on that side, we're not gonna, I don't know, maybe we'll put some immovable blocks so we get some. But yeah, we'll have a block so this has access to, above. So we can pour our bone meal down into the hoppers here. And let's see, how are we going to power our pistons and stuff? That would be the next move, wouldn't it? For conceptualization. Better get our bed out. Oh, that was clutch. Oh, now I take damage. Alright. So those will all be waterlogged. Making stone, pushing it out. We can go ahead and take this layer out here. Boom, just like that. And we don't need that to get up there. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like for the little mainframe there. But now, like I said, we need to know how we're going to put the power to the system. It's important. Something I never look at beforehand. Always have to struggle with. So let's see, what will our power lines be? We've already used red, blue, and lime green. So I vote for black. Let's see, we need to clear out some inventory here. I guess can put these back now. So I'm not using them anymore at the moment. So we'll throw those back. Alright, so black for the power lines here. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. So, we have these dispensers that need to be powered also. And they'll get powered from the same way the pistons do, but they need to be delayed a little bit. Can't just have them both going off at the same time. The piston has to be slightly delayed. So, we're going to look at that. Now let's see here. And we only have these 2 blocks of space to work with. I mean, we can always change some things up if we really need to. But I think we can get it done. We do want to come in from the top instead of the bottom though, since we'll be using hoppers and stuff, such and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. So, to power these both, what are we gonna need? That block right there. That can send power into that. And then we can come around the side and put power separately into the piston that's delayed. It's off of the same line though. So we come forward with this line a little bit. And we'll probably end up building a little hopper clock like that, I think. So we're gonna have to have room for that. And that can be over here. That's on the side, maybe. So this one right here, if we have our hopper clock over there, come through here. And let's see. You know, I did this a certain way on the last realm. I wish I had remembered it. Let's see. I come in from the side, power this one from that way. Potentially. I think we're gonna need that layer. We might have to cut it out a little bit. Because I need to power that dispenser separately. Which that means this needs to be one lower. Or maybe we X-nay this design altogether, separate these out a little bit, put the hopper clock here in the middle. Let's see what that's gonna look like. Yep, I'll just go ahead and get rid of it all. Back up here. Oh, I don't have the inventory space. Alright, let's go stash some stuff here. Don't need all this dirt at the moment. Okay. Moss. You can stay in moss. I need my shears. And those can go away for a moment. There we go. Alright, let's get back up here. Alright, so hopper clock instead, right? So let's see, we've got that one over there. Not a bad design. So we're gonna have 2 hoppers. We're gonna have a redstone block. And let's see. For pistons, what do we use? Let's use black also for pistons. There we go. Not bad. Let's go ahead and pop our way up here. Yeah, so toot. Oh wait, you don't do it to the hoppers. Yeah, this is a little backwards. It's okay. Oh. There we go, that's better. I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't seem quite right. Oop. There we go, now we got a staircase up. A little easier, okay. So we've got that pushes back and forth. So we're gonna have comparators coming out of here. The comparators will have blocks like so. Ah. So comparators, repeaters. That goes into that pretty quickly. Yeah, okay. Once we have the hopper clock, I think it'll be a little easier. I'm running out of time. Running out of time for the episode. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got that. Repeaters. The repeaters lead into the system, like so. There we go. So that's what our hopper clock system's gonna be like. Pushing that back and forth, and then we'll have 2 repeaters coming out of that. And then we can manipulate those, essentially. The repeaters can go into solid blocks. I think straight up, though, that we should just have it go into the dispensers. Oh, the dispensers were supposed to be blue. Okay. So far, so good here. Okay. So we got a dispenser, it'll face this way. And a dispenser that'll face the other way. So as this goes back and forth, the dispensers will get, hooked on. Hoppers on top of those for the bone meal. And we'll port it in from wherever, and they'll be right next to each other, so that'll be a little easier, I think. We'll probably have 2 lines or something in some kind of bone meal decider. We don't have to look at that right now, though. Okay, so here's the idea. And now for the pistons. So if those are the dispensers. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, these are the dispensers. Put the mouse in front. Like so. And then for a delay, we could take. No, because these are always on, I believe. Basically, there's one time when they're not. Like, it shuts off for a second, and then I don't think that'll be good enough for this. Because it won't bone meal the moss if the piston head is extended. So I think we really ought to just come out this way. Because we're going to be powering it. I don't know if you can pull out a signal from a dispenser, though. Gonna have to look into that. I guess I could find out real quick. Here, hold on, let's see. We've got a dispenser that gets powered. I think we even have a repeater in our inventory. Okay, so when it gets powered, that should potentially. I don't know. Wait, let's put the redstone directly on top of it, because it's like getting directly powered instead of side powered in this design. So if our dispenser is directly powered, will the repeater pull anything out? Let's see. I didn't see. Well, let's get more in there then. Yes, it does. Okay, good. That is good. Fantastic. It's good to know. So now, come up here. Since we know we can take a signal now out of our dispensers here. We have a signal coming in, and I have a signal coming out. And we're gonna delay these for the pistons here. Because, like, once this gets activated, it will immediately dispense that, and then it'll send a signal through here, and we send that up to a piston, like so. So we have our repeater. It's gonna have to face this way, so we're gonna have to come this way. Then we can come out this way. That's pretty much all we need to do, and then we have our piston right there. Well, I guess we have to have our piston right there. That'll extend out. Boom. Power into it. Easy peasy. And the same over here. And that'll knock anything into the down area there. Okay. And then basically we just need to find a way to get our bone meal sent in here, recycled in here basically. But for that, we have to go down here, and we're gonna have to dig out a bunch and figure out where our water is gonna go. So it'll all be breaking into this massive area here, so all this area is gonna have to be watered, trenched down, and we'll have to have the water lead it somewhere, probably, to the storage system, and we'll expand the storage system. It's not meant to handle this at the moment, but we can split it off and send some to the storage, and then have some get bone mealed. Once they get bone mealed, they come back up into here, and the process goes over. And of course, some bone meal also gets saved separately for other machines. That would be the idea. So that's what we've got planned here. Hopefully I'll have it built in the next episode. I don't want to bore you guys with the resource gathering, but that's the concept, that's the idea. That's what we'll be running with, It'll be pretty cool, I think. It's an interesting design. Once you see it working, it'll be a lot better. And it'll be automatic fully. I won't have to break the moss this time. Yay! Okay. Well, I guess we can sign off by checking out the house. Let's see, what time are we on here? Oh. We've gone on for a little too long. That's okay, we can edit it down. I need to eat. Too slow. There we go. I lost all of my diamond gear. I had a nice full set, except for, of course, my glow squid. Gotta have that. Had a nice full set, but it all broke on me. I wore it to completion, at least, Alright. Gonna end on the starter house here. The progress, anyway. Okay, here we are. I don't even remember what it looked like in the first, in episode 0, but here it is now. It's a little oasis. It's not the dark oasis just yet. Over in the front, it's getting there, though. We've got all that. We got the inside switched over to moss. Show you that real quick. So that's cool. It's still not finished, I'm gonna be swapping some blocks out here and there. We got everything here. Got a little bridge put in, a little walkway finished in. Yeah. So essentially the dark part of the Dark Oasis will come from this outer ring. I plan on getting rid of a lot of the landmass still, but the landmass I don't get rid of will be this kind of dark oasis-y, you know, like so you're in a hellscape kind of thing, and there's the glimpse of an oasis in the distance, you know. I think it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the Moss machine to be up and running and finished. And operational, you know what I mean? Hopefully. Alright, we'll catch you later. If you want to see it being built, catch the live stream on Mondays at probably like, I'd say 6 p.m. Mountain Time, US. Yeah, if you can figure that out for whatever your time zone is. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, signing off everyone. Bye-bye.